Hi everybody, welcome to Big Valley Living, and tonight we're actually going to make fried green tomatoes. The garden is starting to really produce, and it's sort of a tradition in our house to have fried green tomatoes with some of the first larger tomatoes that we have. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead. We're going to make one the traditional way that our family makes it, which is with a egg and flour dredging. And then the other way that we're going to make it tonight is keto. And then JJ's going to give us a taste test, and we're going to see which one we like best. Stay tuned. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with the traditional because that's what I have done for years. And I'm going to take myself a slice of tomato. I do want to kind of show you that the meatier the inside of the tomato, the better of the bite you're going to get. So consider that these are all heirloom tomatoes. I think we have a black Krim here and a couple of red brandy wines. So if that means anything to you, there you go, if you have a garden going. So whenever you're frying, make sure that you don't have any water on your hands, water on your utensils. You don't want this grease to splatter back up at you. I'm going to do this on the stove top, so there's about a 1/4 inch of oil heating up in each pan. And once they begin to shimmer, which is what they're doing now, it's about time to get everything going on. With flour, we want to dip in the flour, dip in the egg, dip back in the flour, okay? And then I'm going to show you, it's not really a batter, but in a way it is. You just want to have a really nice coating of flour and egg on there. And this is what you want it to look like when you're getting ready, dropping it all over to put it into the pan. So I'm going to gently put it in the pan, okay? That is what you want to see when you put your tomato into the oil, okay? A little bit of bubbling, you want it hot, but you don't want it so hot that it starts scalding and smoking. These have been in for probably 4 minutes, and as they brown around the edges, that's my clue that I'm going to turn it over. We like our stuff on the crispy side, okay? So as you can see, that's where we are. We're at just above about a halfway point on the heat, on medium to the medium-high side. And I try and turn them in the order that they went in because it takes a little bit between each one. So these are going to be done in just a minute, and I'm using separate egg for the keto version because there's flour in the other egg, and I'm trying to keep them separate. Okay, well those traditionally fried green tomatoes are going. I'm going to go ahead and start these keto. So I'm going to dip that in the egg. This is 2 eggs and a splash of cream. And then I had a 4-ounce pack of chicharrones. And I used my food processor to grind them up. They don't taste gritty, but it kind of feels like sand when you look at it, or thick brown sugar almost. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and gently lie those into the pan. And I know that those others are just about ready to come out. Make sure that you already have a lined sheet for draining. And that way, when it's time to remove them from the pan, you're ready to rock and roll. I am less concerned about putting the chicharrones in the flour as I am the flour in the chicharrones. So gently, gently, gently drop those in there. Be very, very careful. Hot oil is a dangerous thing, folks. And you can hear them sizzling away. And these aren't going to be as easy to tell that it's ready to turn. but you will see the edges firm up a little bit. That oil's getting really hot, so I don't want to get my hands right up against it and burn my fingers or splash myself. Almost ready to pull out those other tomatoes, so I'm trying to work quickly. And as you can see, this really goes quickly. Put the last one in there, and we have this other little fellow. Let's see if we can squeeze that in the pan. It was part of a tomato. I do like them to look pretty, so if there's a dark spot, then I generally try and take that out. Okay, we have room. Again, very gently lay that in there. I'm going to remove the others, and we'll be back in just a minute. One thing I'm noticing about the chicharrones coated tomatoes is that they resemble the classic southern cornmeal look on the fried green tomatoes. We tried that one time. We were not fans of the grittiness of the cornmeal, so we just went back to the flour and egg method that I was raised on. So I thought that was worth noting. We are almost done. These are just going to get a little bit nice and brown, golden brown. And as soon as they're done, we are going to give them a comparison taste test. See you in a minute. Okay, I'm just going to get these out and let them drain. Because there's extra fat, obviously, because chicharrones is just another name for pork rinds. So they impart, they kind of render out more fat than the others when they're in the oil. That's why this oil is foamier than the other oil was. Take one! All right, here's the moment of truth.
So, flour looks pretty yummy. Chicharrones looks pretty yummy.
Well, the dogs smell it. They just came running. Let's see what you think. We know what the flour
I
tastes
know,
like.
I love this. So.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
We just put salt and pepper in the flour when we're making the regular fried green tomatoes. There's nothing special or anything about it. Those are probably really hot, so be careful. Take a small bit.
With the tomatoes, they have a little bit more moisture in them. So I'm thinking that affects the chicharrones a little bit. But it's still crispy. But
It's hot.
I'm sure it's hot. Yeah. Okay. Ah! So.
It's gonna hop around. It's good?
It is hot. It's really good.
I kind of like this
They're just a little
one.
different. They're good.
This is better than the cornmeal was, though, for sure.
Oh yeah, by far. No, I'm just saying that.
He's gonna polish off the plate here, guys. Well, okay. So which
good.
one do you like best? If you had to switch and you couldn't eat flour anymore, would this satisfy your fried green tomato craving?
I would go there.
There we go.
And
Success.
I do love the double dip flour. It's just so good. But you know what? If it's like, oh, if you have to do this, I would totally go here. It would be okay. Not even okay. It would be totally fine. It's so good.
Cool. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us and seeing this comparison that we're doing with two different ways of frying green tomatoes. If you like this video, please hit the like button, share it with your friends, and consider subscribing to our channel. Thanks for visiting Big Valley Living.
And don't forget the notifications, the bell. But they're really good. So, we'll see you later, everybody.
Thank you. Bye. There's going to be a lot of cutting going on.